Harry's in trouble, and the thing that lets him down is his brain. If he's got one.
Could the Montecito mansion soon have a for sale sign in front of it? Harry and Meghan are facing a devastatingly large legal bill after the Duke lost his legal case against the Daily Mail.
Associated Newspapers Limited, the publishers of the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday, to court. They were suing them for a breach of privacy.
Harry found himself in serious hot water, and the one thing that seemed to betray him when he needed it most was his own judgment, if he even had any to begin with. A couple of years back, he launched a legal battle against the publishers of the Mail on Sunday. At first, he seemed determined to see it through, but halfway along, reality hit hard. Realizing the odds were stacked against him, he abruptly changed course, opting to settle out of court for a staggering $3 million Australian dollars. Now, after suffering defeat in not just one, but two significant lawsuits, most people would throw in the towel and call it quits. But not Harry. Oh no, he was just getting started. Hold my beer, he might have said, ready to dive headfirst into whatever chaos came next. Let's rewind a bit. But this time, things take a dramatically worse turn. Harry suffers a total and undeniable defeat, losing more money than ever before. The stakes are getting higher, and the impact goes far beyond just his wallet. This unraveling isn't merely a financial blow, it's starting to seep into his public demeanor and the way he handles himself in the spotlight.
Now, an extraordinary courtroom verdict. Prince Harry has lost his £50 million case against the Daily Mail.
A London court was told this week the publisher is seeking more than 60 million Australian dollars in compensation.
His increasingly vocal reactions have caught the public's eye. Because when someone openly challenges court rulings and voices harsh criticism of legal decisions, it tends to spark broader debates about the fairness and integrity of the judiciary. And when these attacks become persistent, it inevitably raises eyebrows among the public, prompting deeper conversations about the reliability and credibility of the judges who preside over these cases. Confidence in the judicial process remains a crucial factor as Harry navigates these challenging times, yet his focus is far from solely legal. Simultaneously, he is deeply immersed in preparations for the 2027 Invictus Games set to take place in Birmingham, a remarkable event that honors resilience and strength but demands a significant financial investment to bring it to life. However, the landscape of sponsorship is becoming increasingly uncertain. Should these funding opportunities continue to dwindle, insider whispers suggest Harry may have to dip more heavily into his personal finances to keep this inspiring event on track and thriving.
Then he starts legal action against the publishers of the Mail on Sunday a couple of years ago, changes his mind halfway through because he knows he's going to lose, and has to settle out of court to the tune of $3 million Australian dollars. So having lost two major court cases, any normal person would think, okay, I'm done. Not Harry, hold my beer, let's go back. And this time, he loses categorically and completely.
These mounting financial pressures cast a shadow over his enviable Montecito lifestyle, which, while luxurious, comes with a hefty price tag. Maintaining a home in Montecito isn't just about mortgage payments. It involves enormous upkeep costs for sprawling estates, private security, landscaping, staff, and all the finer details that keep such a lifestyle running smoothly. If these demands escalate further, sustaining this level of living could soon present a formidable challenge. Maintaining a property of this caliber isn't just about the initial purchase price. It comes with a mountain of ongoing expenses that can quickly add up. We're talking about hefty security costs to ensure privacy and safety, sky-high property taxes that demand a significant yearly commitment, insurance premiums that are anything but cheap, and a never-ending list of other bills that keep the estate running smoothly. When these costs pile up, the financial pressure can become truly intense. If this strain continues unchecked, one potential route might be to put the mansion up for sale, simply because the expense of keeping it up could become too much to bear. For quite some time,
is that Harry is always suing people and always losing. To attack the verdict as a complete whitewash, therefore bringing into disrepute the entire legal system, which is represented by his father, the king, and effectively questioning the integrity of the judge, Mr. Justice Nicklin. The problem is that Mr. Justice Nicklin is the same man that will decide whether Harry is responsible for unlimited legal expenses, both his own and those of the Daily Mail.
Harry and Meghan leaned heavily on lucrative media contracts to finance their lifestyle. But lately, that stream of income has proven less steady than they'd hoped. Their Netflix ventures in particular didn't quite reach the blockbuster success they anticipated, leaving their financial footing a little more uncertain than before. The widespread success many had anticipated never fully materialized, and the initial excitement that surrounded those productions slowly began to wane. Rather than dominating the streaming charts and securing a lasting place at the top, the project struggled to hold on to its early momentum, casting doubt on what many had once believed would be one of the platform's most significant and steady revenue sources for years to come. Even Meghan's personal business endeavors have faced challenges in capturing and sustaining audience interest. A number of her recent launches didn't spark the enthusiasm or buzz she might have been aiming for. Some critics have pointed out that her products sometimes come across as lacking genuine authenticity.
Something else that's in shambles is the Invictus Games. And this makes me sad because the Invictus Games is for a good purpose, right? The Invictus Games, I believe, is a good cause. It's an altruistic cause, but the donors and the funders are pulling out. You know, Harry and Meghan are really losing their luster, and people don't understand where Prince Harry is taking the organization. So let me read you this. The Invictus Games, they're facing growing criticism ahead of their return to the UK with concerns over low public enthusiasm, staffing issues, and questions about whether the focus has shifted from wounded veterans to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
While others simply show limited desire or motivation to purchase them. Her lifestyle, which once seemed aspirational and magnetic to many, now feels disconnected to certain segments of her audience, making it harder for her to cultivate the same level of loyal support she enjoyed previously. The brand has broadened its offerings beyond the original scope, now including innovative wickless candles and even custom-branded matches, expanding the product line in creative and unexpected ways. Despite this growth, a lingering question remains. Is the business generating enough revenue to truly sustain the couple through these challenging financial times? Meanwhile, Harry's frustration seems to be mounting, fueled by the slow, almost stagnant progress toward any sort of reconciliation with the royal family.
Gone. And their outgoings are huge, with security bills, multiple mortgages, and legal fees estimated at $38 million.
Yikes! Netflix dump Harry and Meghan. It is over, folks. The Sussex's relationship with the streaming giant is grinding to a halt. Now, it's the understanding of the Mark Dolan show that Netflix's renewed deal with the Sussexes, which was far smaller than the original agreement, is being wound down. Media insiders in the US have told this program that Netflix are, and I quote, completely done with the couple.
For him, rebuilding those family ties might symbolize a crucial step toward emotional and financial stability, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the uncertainty. Yet, despite his desires, that path feels increasingly out of reach. The divide between Harry and King Charles appears wider than ever, casting a long shadow over any prospects of mending the fractured relationship in the near future. The gap between Harry and his family appears to be growing wider by the day, especially when it comes to his relationship with Prince William. Sources suggest that their conversations have become rare and strained, leaving Harry feeling more cut off than ever. This deepening sense of isolation seems to be weighing heavily on him, adding layers of emotional strain that are difficult to bear. But there's another significant factor casting a long shadow over everything: his marriage to Meghan. When Meghan joined the royal family, many assumed she saw it as a golden opportunity, not just to elevate her career, but to amplify her public standing on a global scale. Harry, with his royal heritage, international fame, and extensive connections, seemed to bring a world of influence and open doors that few could access. Together, they appeared poised for a future filled with promise. The pair once seemed like a power couple, destined to conquer the world.
The Montecito star looks like they've ditched her as ever slop, her as ever products. So I'm asking a question for a friend here, but is Megsy's brand now banned in Montecito?
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. but it would be nice to reconcile.
Their combined influence and resources promising a bright and prosperous future. It looked like they had all the pieces in place to build an extraordinary life together, full of opportunity and success. Yet, as time has passed, the story has taken a sharp and unexpected turn. Harry now finds himself entangled in a web of legal challenges, mounting financial strains, and a cloud of uncertainty that looms over their plans. This reality is far from the hopeful vision Meghan likely had when she first entered the marriage, expecting a journey filled with growth, stability, and continued triumphs. Instead, she's confronted with a growing sense of volatility and doubt. This unfolding drama has only fueled speculation about what lies ahead for their relationship, with many wondering whether Meghan might eventually choose to. If Meghan ultimately determines that Harry can no longer offer the future she once dreamed of, she may choose to move forward on her own terms. With mounting legal battles, the weight of financial stress, lingering doubts about the future of the Invictus Games, and a host of other persistent obstacles, the pressure on their relationship has become nearly overwhelming. It's clear that their marriage itself has evolved, shifting in ways that reflect the growing distance between them.
She's money obsessed and always has been. And that is why she married Prince Harry. A great surprise and disappointment was to discover that Prince Harry had very little money. She imagined he'd be worth hundreds of millions, if not billions. And she's having to make up for it now.
Keep giving, as you say there, Chris. Listen, it's no surprise. She wanted somebody that was high status and famous and rich. I guess who doesn't? And this was maybe one measure of the way the institution works that maybe she didn't really understand, and she didn't know that all the finances are controlled in trusts, or other people are controlling the purse strings in favor of the role that they perform. She wants financial independence, and yeah, she, in some way, hats off to her. She achieved it, and that does explain the Netflix deals.
More often now, Harry and Meghan are seen focusing on separate career paths, pursuing individual ventures that pull them apart rather than bring them together. Their travel schedules rarely align anymore. They frequently journey solo, rather than showing a united front as they did in the past. The alignment of their priorities feels more fractured than ever, revealing a gap where their once close bond used to be, signaling a profound change in the dynamics of their partnership. The once vibrant and carefully crafted image that defined their public persona now seems to be slowly slipping into the background, barely holding on to its former glow. The relentless pressures, both personal and financial, build up like an unyielding storm, putting immense strain on their relationship and testing their resilience in ways they've never imagined. As financial challenges continue to intensify, whispers of potential asset sales start to circulate, with staff reductions and significant budget cuts looming on the horizon. It's becoming clear that downsizing might not just be a choice, but an unavoidable reality. Meanwhile, forging new commercial partnerships and securing fresh media deals could become crucial lifelines.
The couple's reportedly planning to sell up and move to Malibu, although unconfirmed. It's unclear if they need to downsize to free up some cash, or they just desire a change of scenery for their family of 4.
Essential for preserving the standard of living they've grown accustomed to. Whether the motivation is to unlock some much-needed capital or simply to find a fresh start in a different environment, the decision to relocate has taken on new urgency, especially with their family of 4 seeking stability and a healthier future amidst the turbulence. This final chapter reminds us that even those who seem untouchable face trials behind the scenes, challenges that demand tough decisions, adaptation, and a renewed focus on what truly matters. If you followed this journey with us, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more captivating stories, and share your thoughts down in the comments below. Your support helps us bring these incredible narratives to life.